Alright, welcome back to the Gulthias tree. This is session number 5, entitled The Grove. Last session, the group, along with the help of some awesome kobolds, managed to defeat the goblins who are in service to a vile, twisted, nature warping druid who they know as Belak. They've descended into the depths of the Sunless Citadel, where these goblins and also this druid reside, and they have moved down closer to this druid's inner sanctum. After descending down into the pit, you find yourself in a room which is some 50 or so feet by 50 feet. It's covered with loose soil. Looks like pretty good soil for farming or growing things. There are a number of small budding shrubs near where you see two robed individuals who you very quickly identify as being skeletal individuals who are just farming and not really paying much mind to you as you come down and land on the soil here. There's also a full-grown shrub, which you lot would recognize as being one of the strange needle-handed blights, and yeah, the room is entirely lit by the phosphorescent fungus, small amounts of which you saw upstairs in Goblin Town, but it appears to light the entirety of the chamber before you and beyond. There's a break in the northern wall, some 10 feet wide. You can see what looks to be moving around, some sort of rat off in the distance. There's a door, because, I mean, themes, we got to keep them. There's a door on the southern wall, the eastern corner, and a door on the eastern wall. The door on the eastern wall looks like it has a bunch of goblin graffiti on it, and less so on the southeastern door. That said, I'll leave it to you. What would you like to do?
I remember the grass things from our trip to the cavern, so I recognize these things as a threat, right?
Yep, you would recognize it
Yeah.
immediately. And it kind of looks like the one that was in the potted plant up above before you took your long rest. The one that was sitting next to the goblin chief.
Yeah, so I want to engage with this guy immediately. The plant.
Okay. You gonna go beat up a plant?
Yeah.
Alright. Some people call it heroism. Alright, it's definitely not operating in a combat stance, neither are the skeletons. They just appear to be kind of minding their own business. One's making like a tree and no. Yeah, so anyways, go ahead and make an attack. You have advantage because it's not really in combat stand.
Oh, okay. Ah, there it is.
Yeah. So that's a crit. And
Is it a crit?
that'll work. Don't worry about rolling damage. You either cut it in half in the middle, or you split it right down the center. However you want to do it. But the end result is that twig is cut. In response to that, you see that the two robed skeletons kind of turn their attention towards you, and then kind of reach into the robes and draw out sharp, what appear to be spades, and kind of start looking at you intently, like digging out like small shovels with like a sharp point. But yeah, we'll go ahead and start the initiative count. It's not going to last long. You guys will kill these things pretty handedly, I hope.
You never know with these plants, guys. They're dangerous.
We might all just die. Instantly.
They've been farming out here. There could be a bunch of these tiny things just waiting to spring out at us.
Indeed. There it goes. All right.
Oh, right.
Did everybody get on the board?
Oh, I forgot to click my character when I did it.
Okay, hold on. What'd you get on the result?
14.
I think I just added the wrong one. Hold on. Bear with me here.
No, that's David.
Uh, for those at home, he's playing a bear folk. All right. Okay. It looks like the highest on the docket is Set.
As usual, apparently.
Stop rolling good.
Master of getting the first attack.
It's only whenever we're doing initiative, I swear.
Yeah.
Can I use my fancy new crossbow?
You sure can.
Sweet.
And that one is the one that's in. You changed the Artificer enchantment to it, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, so it shoots magic bolts. Okay.
Okay. Wait. I have 2 on here.
All right. Let me just take a look real quick.
I have a light crossbow and a regular crossbow.
Yeah, you should be using.
A light crossbow?
Yeah,
I think?
the regular crossbow I think is a hand crossbow based on its stats. And real quick, bear with me here. Because those numbers are kind of messy. Do, 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 do. All right. So I should have just dropped a +1 light crossbow on your character sheet. Does that show or no?
No.
Okay.
I still just have the rapier, crossbow, dagger, and light crossbow.
Like I'm pretty fierce, apparently. One more time. Let's try it again.
Nope.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wait, there it is. Wait, there
Okay,
it is.
great. So that's the
It
one
did
you'll
say
want to
it.
use for the attacks with it.
Okay.
That'll be the case until such time Aveline changes her infusion, her artificer thing over to a different weapon or item.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay. 10.
That you have a no, yeah, 10 misses.
Yeah. See, I told you, only on initiative.
All right. So Sen's done. Heroes up.
You're 1v1ing that hobgoblin
Huh?
on the last encounter.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was the only time.
Okay, I am going to straight up run at this one in the north side. I should have just enough to get there with 30 speed to get right up beside him.
Okay.
And I'm going to. Do I still have dual weapons right now?
You should.
Yeah, I got one back, so now I have a vicious longsword and a longsword +1 this time.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I'm going to do the old vicious longsword attack.
Okay.
I got a 25.
All right. Yeah, that'll hit. And damage.
7.
Okay. Still standing.
Bonus action to attack him with the longsword +1.
Okay.
Which one is the correct one? One-handed, there we go. 17.
Also hits.
10.
Okay. You rush in, smack, smack. The robe kind of drops with kind of a crinkling sound of bones kind of falling underneath. If you've ever played a Castlevania game, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Nodder, you are up next.
Oh. I will turn my attention towards the other living skeleton.
Wording might be off. I don't know.
Or, yep, yeah.
Yep. The other living skeleton.
It's, it animates.
Fair.
And I will give him the old two-handed battle axe.
That'll hit.
Alright. Whoa. That's supposed to be still be on? Oh, I turned that off.
7 damage. Not too bad. Alright, so a rush and hit. You can definitely tell very quickly that, and this is more for Sen, Aveline, and Alenia, that the quick sounds of combat in this kind of higher ceilinged chamber are causing echoes to kind of shoot all about. So instead of just hearing smash, smash, break, you're hearing smash, smash, break, smash, dog sounds. It's really loud is the point of what I'm
Wild.
trying to say. It's so loud.
Just like dog.
That's how echoes work. And I keep on hitting the control button because I'm used to having a push to talk button, and it doesn't matter. Okay, so lots of bad habits, lots of fun times. Bad dogs, and Nodder does not fall. All right, Aveline, you are up.
Let's see.
Now I know I was at risk.
Sorry.
I'll just go ahead and run up on that Skelly and blast him with some fire.
All right, that'll hit.
Oh, yeah.
It is
4.
still standing. And it'll go to Alenia, who will cast a Sacred Flame on it. And the skeleton will miss its dexterity saving throw and get smashed. Alright, quick fight. Relatively easy situation. It does sound like there's movement to the north of you, based on the amount of sound that you were kind of displaying there. What would you like to do next?
Can we tell how many possible people, like, it was echoing, right? Can we
Yeah,
tell
it
the
doesn't.
echoes?
It doesn't sound like they're being really rambunctious, though. Like it's not like a, I'm the first guy and I'm the second guy. Let's get 'em. There's 2. It's more of a. You can kind of hear some movement, some scuffling around. If you kind of look over in that direction, you might be able to see something to the north of you.
I'm not very stealthy. The best I can do is walk on my tiptoes.
Your bare tiptoes. It does look
Oh,
like
Yogi Bear.
it does look like there are strange rats that are visible, and a larger goblinoid towards the back of that cave.
Oh, what? Oh, what? Yo.
Okay, so
Can
that
they see me? Can I back up a little bit?
can
Let the
you
guys know?
can you move that? We're still in combat technically, so
Oh,
yeah,
alright, never mind.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead and move back to your original position, please.
My bad. I probably
It's
went
okay.
too many steps then.
Yeah, way far.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You were back adjacent to the
Yeah.
skeleton. You have yet to move yet because we have yet to rotate the initiative out. But yeah, Sen, you would be the first on the initiative. It does sound like there is something moving in your direction from the north.
From the north.
Mhm.
Okay. I go to look at the doors. I guess I will move closer to the this cave opening.
Okay.
2, 3, 5. I think I can move to here. Because we're still in combat mode, right?
Correct.
So I can only move that far. I believe. But yeah. To try and get a better listen of what's going on.
Okay. So you would hear what sounds like footfall and the pitter patter of rats moving kind of in your direction, just starting their movement. And I'll actually denote that they won't be showing on the initiative, but you feel like they moved towards the end of the last round, and you will note that they have moved in such a way that you think that they might be within range, or the goblinoid might be within range, if something were to enter the door, and there might be things near the side passages or sides of the passage that would be able to strike quickly at anything that tries to enter.
Okay. I would relay this back to the group so that they know as well.
So you would note too that
Sorry. I would let the group know that there is a
no
larger figure. Wait.
that's what I wasn't going for. You would note that telling everyone in the room that you're in that has a large echo and trying to get it to the farthest person would basically inform the people on the inside that that's the case. So we're still gonna go with it, but
I mean, they know that we're there, but now they just know that we know that they're there.
Right. It's pretty much a situation of right, exactly. So Hero,
I might as well just scream at them, "Come here, motherfuckers! Come here!
we know you in there.
Get out here and face us like a man!"
I'm
Put
up.
my armor on the dead
Goblin.
plant and throw it at them.
That works. I wasn't expecting that. Hero, you're up. It definitely sounds like they are within that broken wall there.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna move up to kind of this position,
Okay.
and looks like I can see that goblin.
You can see him
goblinoid.
holding a javelin over his shoulder, and he
Mm.
launches it at you once you get to that position.
Gotcha.
He's rolling with disadvantage,
Okay.
and yeah, you kind of pop out and then and kind of move back, and it kind of skitters on the ground behind you.
Okay. That works. Can I tell what kind of? Can I like see him well enough to know what it is?
You have dealt with goblins before, so I'll let you know that it is a bugbear, basically larger than a hobgoblin, and more stealthy than other goblins. This one doesn't appear to have been trying to hide too much, but it also looks like he has two rats that have kind of collars around their necks, which you can kind of see, I think, from that position. But it looks like they are like attack rats.
Okay. Well then, with where I am, I can actually. Well, no, I can't. I have to drop my swords, and I really don't like that. Just dropping them. With that, can I finish my movement, moving one more space back around the corner a little bit, so I have more
Certainly.
cover? Okay. I'm just gonna do that and then hold for now.
Okay.
After almost getting
Well-
ran through by javelin.
To help you not waste the action, what you could do is you could take the dodge action, which means you're more defensive. If anything attacks you, they have disadvantage when they attack you.
Yeah.
You can, if you are planning on getting a bow out, use your action to put your swords away this turn, and then next turn as a part of the action to shoot the bow, you can draw it. But yeah, I'd rather you not waste a turn. Or you can ready an action if anything comes adjacent to you, hit it with one of the swords.
True. So many options. Gotcha.
Mhm.
So when I ready an action, it just has to be like one single kind of like action, right? Like
Yeah,
I'm readying
it'll be-
a dodge or I'm readying an attack. Or...
Well, you wouldn't ready a dodge so much because dodge lasts the full cycle. It'll be permanent throughout. But if you ready an action like attack or push something or whatever. Basically, the readying action will be there will be a trigger that you nominate. When X happens, action happens, and basically the readied action will interrupt that trigger.
Okay, so knowing that I could kind of see the rats, because I could once I peeked out ahead of there, I am going to go ahead and use my action to ready, kind of like hold my sword up around the corner, preparing for something to come around the edge so I can kind of sneak attack that to get it out of the way.
Whack a rat.
Would be my strategy. Whack the rat, basically.
Yes. All right. Nodder, you can see Hero. You definitely hear the of the javelin sliding into the room. It's all so far away, though.
Yeah. I can't cheat like I did last time.
I'm over here. Hey.
I learned instant transmission.
It's bear time.
I can move and like equip my shield now.
Yeah. It'll be your action to equip the shield.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put myself here.
Okay.
I'll give myself my shield. Switch to one-handed battle axe.
All right. Aveline, you can definitely see the target. He's within range for your firebolt. Or the rats, I think, might be as well. Entirely up to you, but the range game is strong in this one.
I'm gonna actually move just a little bit. Oh my god, what am I doing?
Actually, just the...
I don't know how to do that.
In your toolbar on the side there, you should see a little circle with what looks like a cone, but it's actually a ruler on the left there. If you select that, then you can start using the ruler draw.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
And then I'm going to get this rat on the right.
Okay.
6.
Get him.
Yeah, that hits. He would technically have cover, but rats don't have armor, so... killing rats seems to be something you've done quite a bit here down in the depths in the dark. You have no problems watching the sickening display of a firebolt slamming into its face and pushing its rat skull back into the back of it. It's disgusting, but it seems par for the course. Dead. Alenia will move up beside everybody here. And she will display her holy symbol and cast Sacred Flame on the bugbear. As she raises it up, says a prayer to the God of Light, you see a bolt kind of descend down at the bugbear, who kind of drops down into kind of a crouch stance and darts to the side as it hits near him but not on him. Alright. Alenia seems to be annoyed. Hero would be knowledgeable that these things are pretty dexterous. Alright, the attack rat will rush out. Hero, your action is ready, so you will be attacking rat first. It's going to be one attack for the ready action there.
Here we go.
Alright.
I only got a 10.
You swing down at it, and it kind of bolts past you quicker than you were expecting it to. Kind of turns as it kind of almost runs past you, spins, then leaps into you, and misses. You manage to kind of back away from it as it kind of hops at you a bit. And then the buggy bear who has a strange kind of like amulet on, which seems to be made out of wood and kind of attached with vines. It has strange dwarvic runes, but it's kind of goblin graffiti on it. As he kind of rushes out into your vision, Sen, you can read the thing that's on his chest. It seems to be like a name tag. Apparently this bugbear's name is Balsag. No joke, that's the module.
I'm just not going to say anything.
It's fair. It's fine. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Great.
Fair to pick at the low-hanging fruit.
He is wielding a Morning Star, though, and he will swing it it rolled out in the open. 14 misses though, against Hero. When he does come at you with the attack with his right hand, he kind of catches the edge of the wall and smashes a massive chunk out of it. The force behind the blow appears to be very, very potent, as you can see from the damage roll that got displayed.
All right.
All right. Sen, it comes back to you.
Okay. I'm still all the way back here.
Definitely within bow range.
True. Let's see. Yeah, he is. Yeah, we'll try again with my light crossbow. Come on, a good roll. No.
A 15 will hit, I believe.
Oh. Yay. A
Nope.
miracle.
Missed by one.
I knew.
Sorry.
I knew it.
I forgot that he has pretty decent armor. There's a blah 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 blah. Don't talk out loud. Balsag has better armor class than another one. But it's BALSAG, not so much like the actual thing, more like the state of it.
Screen Actors Guild.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Screen Actors Guild.
Screen Actors Guild, yeah. Hero, it's your up. So, one thing I want to make sure you understand is the diagonal between you and Balsag is technically cover for you and for him. So his armor class to you is higher as yours is to his.
Yep, I'm actually just going to be going with a second swing at the rat to try to dispatch him real quick.
Okay.
So we can all focus on a singular enemy. So 1 slash down. It is quite vicious.
It hits.
19. Okay. Damage 8.
You kind of bring it down and kind of spin into it. I'm assuming you're going to move over top of him, based on what you were saying. But yeah, you split it pretty well. It kind of just drops back, bleeding out.
Awesome. Awesome. Sounds good.
So that's your second attack.
I'm trying to. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and bonus action
Okay.
attack with my second swing on the goblin bro.
Hits.
22. 10 damage.
All right. You kind of bring the blade down, smash, bring the next blade around, and swing it harshly into the bugbear. It hits him in the shoulder, cuts into his armor, and he kind of catches it for a second, and then kind of throws it away, and then kind of growls at you. He's not even too terribly fazed by that massive hit. And you can still move back, yeah. Yeah, I think that's
So
where
I
you...
was going to say, in the same fluid motion of down slash, left slash, and then just like dash forward, basically, to continue opening up the battlefield for us and flanking them a little bit in that corridor. So I'm actually going to move more like over to this side after that.
Oh, you're moving away from him.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to take an attack of opportunity against you. So anytime you move from threaten.
Yep.
He's going to go ahead and smash with a Morning Star. 17. I don't think hits, right? Your armor class is
18.
okay. So yeah, miss. Just barely swinging out from behind you. You can feel the rush of air on the back of your quills, or horns. All right, and then Nodder, you are up.
All right, I have a plan.
Oh no.
I go 1, 2, 3. Myself here. Can I attack and also do a bear hug?
Yeah, that's part of your race. So yeah.
Does that like hold him?
So, if I remember correctly, and this is me just going off it, I'm gonna go into your character sheet to confirm. Bear hug. When you take the attack action, you can make an unarmed strike as a bonus action. So basically, you're gonna attack with the axe first, and then you're gonna grapple at it with the bear hug. And basically, bear hug will be an unarmed strike. And if I remember correctly, bite is your unarmed strike feature. So you will go ahead and make a regular attack
All right.
with the axe.
Yeah. One on.
One-handed.
One-handed.
All right, so that misses.
Oh no.
Not a prerequisite to be able to get into the bear hug time. So go ahead and click on bite.
Oh. I didn't want to bite this guy.
Well,
Don't
it's,
taste good.
it's your unarmed strike characteristic.
Oh, how do I
Uh,
actually?
Yeah, the attack at the top there.
Oh.
Should say bite before battle axe. Okay, so it also misses. So bear hug will have been utilized once, and it looks like it number of uses equals your con modifier. I'm gonna create a new resource for you here. Hold on. Bear hug. Total of 3, and you currently have 2 uses of bear hug remaining. Okay. Do you see where that is at the top of the stuff on the top there? Next to rage number?
Oh. Not yet, but I can find it.
Okay. If you look for right above where you were at with bear hug, like directly up, there will be 2 small boxes. One says rage and one says bear hug.
There it is.
When you use rage, just go ahead and subtract 1 from the 3 at the bottom there, and then when you use bear hug, just subtract 1 from there. Yep.
All right.
Okay.
It didn't work.
Miss. This guy's just like bobbing and weaving.
He doesn't want a hug.
Bugbear don't want bear hug. There's so much bear.
Not a huggy person.
Aveline, you are up.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and... Actually, I'm just gonna shoot a fireball from where I am.
When in doubt, fireball.
You know, that's my go-to. 23.
Hits, yeah, definitely.
6.
Alright. Pings off of his shoulder, the other shoulder that wasn't already wounded. This one, not as armored, kind of burns through hair and flesh and leaves kind of like a nice bloody wound. He's still standing, but he's certainly not as happy as he was a moment ago. Alenia will get into the business.
Cool.
And I will try and hit it with this mace. Nope.
Mace versus Morning Star.
Yeah, she kind of locks long metal sticks with weird spiky bits at the end for a second. And nothing happens. Alright, so it'll go to him. You can see Nodder, as he's fighting you all back and bleeding a little bit, you can see that he kind of looks down at the rat, and you can see tears kind of welling up in his eyes. And he fights with more vigor. Die, you!
We killed his friend.
I'm gonna kill
He's
the
enraged.
bear. 14 misses. You get your shield in between him and the thing, and it just... Oh, wait, do I have multi-attack? No, I don't. Yeah, I'm just...
Is my does my shield raise my armor class?
Yeah, by 2. You should have... it should be...
Is there a way I'm supposed to equip that?
No, it should be 17, I think. Let me double check.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, 17 would be your armor class, because you are not wearing armor.
Armor, yeah.
Yeah, because it'll be your Constitution modifier plus your Dexterity modifier plus 10 for normal base armor, and then plus 2 for shield, because you are
Okay, cool.
Barbaran. Alright, the bugbear is wounded and kind of attacking in a obviously not thoughtful or rational method. Sen, you are up.
I am going to make a, hopefully, final attempt with my crossbow.
I believe in you. I've always have.
It's new. I'm still trying to get used to it. But this one, 3rd time's the charm.
Yes.
26.
And it's adjacent to an ally, so also sneak
Oh.
attack damage. You'll get sneak attack damage on this.
I forgot where that was. Oh.
and then you click on
Oh,
the word light crossbow +1 in the chat, and it should drop your damage roll after.
ew. There we go.
All right. So, if you want to describe how that ultimately plays out for narrative purposes, or if you'd like me to do it, that's fine too.
Because my sneak was not good.
No, it was perfect. You killed it, is what
Oh,
I'm
it
saying.
was?
Like, do you want to describe
Oh.
how you kill it, or do you want me to just tell you how it happens?
The arrow flies through the air.
You're doing great.
Striking him
I'm,
in the neck.
I'm invested. I'm edge of my seat. Hits him in the neck. Splatter of blood going flying as he spins to the ground.
Straight into the jugular. It's a mess.
He's a dead bugbear.
Sorry, bugbear.
He says, "I don't blame you. I do blame that dragon for killing my rats." Oh.
They were cute.
You see that they also have on their collars little name tags. In
Aw,
Goblin,
what were their names?
one's Grip and one's Fang.
Aw,
That's too bad.
a little bad.
It's fine.
I feel a little sad.
It's okay. He was evil, so it's fine. Like genuinely evil. Like he's put people in that ground. But
You get what you get.
right.
Karma, I think.
It looks like there is a couple of like sleeping barrows near where the rats started off. There's definitely cave structure to the north of you to explore, and then there are the two doors I'd mentioned in the room besides.
Oh, yeah.
What does the graffiti say on the lower graffiti door?
The lower graffiti door?
Well, the one with the more graffiti.
Oh, okay. So the one that has more graffiti is the one on the right there, and it seems to be a bunch of names. You know that it's common practice for Warren of Goblins to kind of post up their names on a door, and it looks like one of the names is kind of written in a different hand, and as you're kind of looking at it, you realize it's not Goblin, it's Dwarvish. Do you speak Dwarvish or no?
I don't think so. Nope.
So the sound it's making is barag, is what you're kind of coming out. The best way to kind of think of how the dwarf to goblin kind of translation game works is English and Spanish both use the same alphabet. The same is true of these two languages. And if I said, a Spanish word, it sounds close to kind of sometimes. It has root words, but it seems that the name is Barag, which it's not too far a stretch to determine that it might be Balak.
Okay. So
But
just a bunch of names.
it seems to be the identifier for the Warren, yeah.
Hmm.
Do you check the door to the south as well?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Keep out, don't go in. Master's chamber, where he keeps his Thorok.
Do I know what a Thorok is?
You can make either a nature check or a arcana check to try and determine what that might be.
Nature's better. 25.
Wow, it is really good. It's also known as a fire snake. They're able to burn through. They're so hot they're able to burn through stone, and tunnel.
Probably don't want to mess with that.
And in actual
Unless somebody wants a fire snake.
in actual hindsight, the caves that you were just looking at looked like there might have been parts of them that were burned out and not carved out or broken out.
Oh. Useful fire snake.
Redecorating.
Just want to make a new wing over here. There you go.
An island here.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else doing anything while Sen does some reconnaissance? You know what I love about this party? perfectly dead bugbear, and not one of you has rushed to loot it yet. Every other group I play with, it's like, what has he got on him? What is a treasure?
So that, well, don't speak too soon. I was about to go do that actually.
No, fair enough. But
The dragon.
I'm just saying. Other groups will immediately say over. Like it's not even their turn.
Oh,
They'll be
yeah.
like,
What you got?"
What's the bugbear got though?
That's not in character for me.
The Morning Star, as mentioned.
It's very in character for me.
Dragon.
I want stuff.
He's got the Morning Star. He's got chain mail, but it looks like it's kind of half piecemealed with a bit of scale armor. Very kind of not well done, but obviously for his swinging arm, might have been good. He has a coin purse. Picking it up, it kind of has a bit of a jangle to it. Popping it open, it has 2 gold pieces and 13 silver pieces in it. And a human finger, which looks like it's been chewed on at the cutoff portion, and it still seems to have a ring on it. Based on the gnawing patterns, it looks like they've been trying to bite and pull the ring off, but have yet to be able to do so. That's all the goblin or the bugbear had, and then of course the cool necklace and the collars for the rats.
Well, I would mention to Nodder, hey, would you want this this mace at all? It's not really my kind of weapon.
Hey,
It's a Morning Star.
Morningstar.
work as good as a battle axe? I'll take it.
It's a one-hander only, and it works just as good as a battle axe one-handed. Yeah, but it bludgeons instead of.
Slash.
Let me double check. Actually, it pierces. Sorry, it pierces instead of slashing.
I'll put it into the backpack that I'm wearing.
Okay. Do you go further in to investigate the barrow here and where the bugbear might have been hoarding up, or do you go check other stuff? Sorry, Aveline or Nodder, whichever one talks first.
I'm curious about like. Can I check to see if other plants are gonna grow out of here? Because I don't like those plants.
So not so much in the cave structure, but yeah, it does look like there are small patches of greenery that are growing.
Oh man.
If you want to take an axe to them, or pull them up out by the roots, then yeah, that's perfectly fine.
I'll pull one up just to look at it.
It's a man. It's a scream. It's not okay.
Yo!
No. I'm kidding. It's not that. It's
Okay.
It comes up. It's a plant. It looks like a plant. It is a plant.
All right, cool.
All right.
I'm faded. I feel all right.
I guess you would note that it seems that the ends of the roots are kind of dripping with kind of crimson liquid, and when you kind of look back down into the dirt, you would see what looks like mulched meat where it was planted in.
Oh, they're into some really fucked up shit.
Yeah.
I feel like these plants are
Human
being raised off of
fertilizer is a
exactly.
thing now.
I mean, I would say just look back at the big rat you saw upstairs, but you didn't get a chance to look at it very long. So
Yeah, I didn't even get to engage that happened.
didn't even realize it was already done. Aveline, doors or sing songs, whichever you want.
Um, did we look at both doors or just the one?
Just the markings on the doors, which you identified. The south one seems to have a fire snake in it, and the eastern one seems to have a bunch of goblins in it.
Can I go scope up a little bit north?
Yeah. You'd see that inside of the cave structure there are 2 small little like nests for the rats, and there appears to be kind of a makeshift bedroll on the ground in a northern corner of it. There is a broken amount of stone that leads out to the north, And based on the winding pattern and the structure of this one, it would appear that this has been here for a long time. And it doesn't seem to be a part of the citadel structure proper. It seems to lead downwards.
Gotcha.
All right. Back around, Hero. Where would you like to go next?
At this point, I'm just gonna want to go up. Are we still in combat right now?
Not at all.
Okay, okay. Didn't think so. I just wanted to make sure, since we hadn't moved forward very much. I wasn't sure if that was intentional.
Yeah, it's
Um,
entirely up to you what you want to do speed wise. If you want to barge through the door or scout ahead.
so I want to scout ahead into this kind of hallway cave entrance thing.
To the north, you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What you will very quickly identify being a pretty surly adventurer is this is a natural worked cave, and if you kind of go down it for just a little bit and scout ahead, you'll immediately realize that this is a connection point to what is known as the Foul Deep. If you're familiar with Dungeons and Dragons outside of this game, you may have heard of the Underdark.
Yeah.
Basically, the far deep realm where subterranean creatures reside.
Can I investigate these? I can't really tell what that is. Looks like a straw pile.
Yeah, that'd be the
Yes.
rat nests, and then there's a bed, makeshift bed, both of which, just kind of poking around at them, don't seem to yield much, other than a kind of urine-y body odor smell from the bed, and I guess New York. Smells like New York, the rats.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Apologies to any New Yorkers who ever watch this. I bet your city smells bad.
Well, I think that's all I'm gonna do in this area right now.
Fair enough.
Moving along to someone else for now,
Okay.
while I'm poking around.
All right. So then, yeah, back to Sen, and then Aveline, Nodder. Alenia seems to kind of be focused in on the door with the goblin names, but she doesn't really make any moves.
My next move was going to be to start inspecting the doors.
Okay.
I guess I can. Hold
So this
on.
one,
Inspect this one.
this one with a bunch of names on it, you'll identify it being very similar to the doors that are upstairs. Wooden, metal framing, swollen a bit, but it looks like this one has had chiselings, probably from daggers along the edges to make it kind of sit in the frame a bit loose, but still tight enough that you can't really see much through the edges. But based on what you're looking at, it's a latch mechanism. You can push the door open, no problem. There's no lock. There don't appear to be any traps.
Is there any sound coming from the other side of it?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Wow, it's been too long.
It's fair.
There we go.
It's really good. 19. So you would hear a couple of voices on the left side of the door, so to the north, kind of talking in Goblin. It just sounds like having idle chit chat, really nothing of substance. And then to the right of the door, so to the south, you hear a.
Okay. So nothing really too much of interest over there.
It definitely sounds like there are
Okay.
goblins on the other side for sure,
Yeah.
and not fire snakes.
Well, that's good. But there might be fire snakes on behind the other door. Could
Definitely
I check
seems-
that one as well?
No sound. Still is the grave.
Okay. So maybe no fire snakes. Or maybe it's sleeping.
Or they just don't really have means for conversation. Or whatever that sound was.
Squishing.
Draw your own conclusions. It'll be funnier once you find out for sure.
Oh god. Have we thoroughly inspected that area, or do we want to go behind the door, see what's there, find out what that squishing sound is?
I'm also curious what's behind that door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely sounds like it's probably going to be a fight rushing in, so you'll want to prepare and kind of line up for a breach at that point, I presume, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And does it pull out or does it push in?
It does push inwards.
Okay.
And based on the hinges, it looks like if you were to push it, it would be able to swing full 180 degrees around whatever wall it's adjacent to.
Oh, okay. Well, if we're gonna be in combat, I'd rather ready my crossbow and position myself so that I would be able to push the door open while also being able to kind of get a corner.
Okay.
I'll do a little jog up and let Aveline and Hero know.
Okay.
Or
I will
Hey, we're storming
go
the
where
castle.
everyone else is.
Alenia will stay basically in the same position she's in, ready to do what she does.
there's danger behind. Or
All right. Hero also moving in. Based on door size, one of the two fighter types would be able to lead the charge. Or both of them would be able to lead in if Sen wants to step back from the door. It doesn't seem like much effort is going to be required to open the door. Any barbarian or dragonborn fighter could do it. If you two both want to rush in, that's a possibility. And then Sen.
back to back, shoulders first.
That would be kind of awesome, but
Then we can dive it.
pretty intimidating for anyone behind the door.
Indeed.
I'm down for rushing in the door here with you.
Okay.
All right. With style.
So, Sen, do you want to step back or to the side?
I'll step to the side, I guess.
Okay. So, basically, once I've opened the door, everybody can go ahead and take actions. As if you were committing to a round of combat. That's perfectly fine. And you will be catching me completely off guard. Technically, there's no such thing as a surprise round, but I don't want to make you roll initiative before we've even started fighting. If there's no need, you may even get past the whole purpose of that. Anyways, you open the door and go ahead and do your thing.
Can't move. Oh wait. Oh, you gotta go through specific door space.
Yeah, diagonally up and in. So it's not so much shoulder to shoulder, it's like crisscross through the door. Which is also cool. So wait, hold on, sorry. Point of order. Nodder, as you rush in and look to the right, I assume, since you're on the right side, or the south side, you see what looks like a large barrel of wood. Barrel made of wood, like kind of like a soap or a dishwashing, not dishwashing, my brain, clothes washing kind of bin. I don't know what those are called, and I'm too lazy to look it up. And you see that there's a goblin up on top of it, kind of stepping into it, making that squishing sound. When he sees you, he goes, "Oh!" and he falls off of the barrel, hits the ground, and goes, "Ah!" Ow! 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 Ow!
Oh my god.
I can't breathe. And then yeah, continue with your
A
fighting.
washing tub.
Yeah, washing tub. That's the one I wanted. That's good.
Making wine.
Ow! 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 I can't breathe. That makes classic. Anyways, continue if you want to move and stuff. And then Hero, in the room up above, it seems like there's just 3 goblins talking, and they all kind of start turning in your direction.
Hero, how do you want to do it? You want to break or you want to go in together?
I say let's break,
All right.
and I'll terrorize these guys.
Okay.
Okay, so who's...
The again, same standard pattern for goblins. The ones with the green background are the common-looking ones, and the one who's kind of in the corner looks like he's the lead.
Oh, boy. I got the easy side.
So go ahead and take your roll of fun times hero first.
Okay.
And you still have 10 feet of movement, so if you want to butcher and move into the next one with a bonus action, that's fine.
Yep, I'm viciously long-swording.
Hit.
24.
Can't not kill it.
6. Okay. Dead. With the same movement as before, slash and step. So I can get up and attack the second one with a left swinging longsword +1. That's my pet name for my sword. It's a 23.
It's very meta. I like it.
And I can't not kill it, but I'm gonna roll damage anyways. It's a 6.
Yeah. But I think it's pretty close to your... No, that's dead on your minimum, so yeah, you can't not kill it. Because your minimum doubles its current hit points. You still have 5 feet of movement left if you want to engage the goblin, or if you want to hold your position.
I'm gonna actually diagonally.
Okay.
So I can block them off.
All right.
Unlike Deadpool, I use minimum effort.
Nodder, you bolt in. That one's laying on the ground and is prone.
I will savagely
Yeah.
drop an axe on him.
You casually just go.
Oopsie.
All right. Yeah, that hits. And again, you can't not kill it. It's a die.
How dare you do laundry?
It's a die. Ow! 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 I can't breathe. That pops right off. All right, and then do you have any additional movement? 10, 15,
I don't think so.
20,
If-
25.
if
Yeah, that's
I'm
it.
From the door.
Yeah, that's all you got. Okay, so still in the surge mode, you can continue on. Aveline, if you want to go in, you would have had to move 5 feet to get to that position to start, but you can continue on from there.
I'm just gonna keep going down the hallway.
Okay. You would see that there do appear to be goblins in the doors besides to the south and north of you.
Am I able to? Do I have enough that I can go in one?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You'd actually be 5 feet back.
Oh, okay. I think I can still hit one of those. I think I can hit this guy that I'm looking at.
Yeah, the one on the south there?
The one in the
Here?
on the north. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, here. Okay, cool. Go ahead and make your attack.
Ugh.
The door's kind of slightly ajar, and you can just kind of see him. It hits the door and kind of causes it to rock more open. But you hear, ah! All right. Sen, you can move if you'd like, and I will have Alenia on the deck.
See. We'll move. There it goes. How do I move it and use the ruler?
Oh yeah, change it to back to the selecting tool.
Um.
Crossbow in hand.
Yeah. Trying to see if I have good sight of anyone. Not really.
Your best shot would be at the one at the top there, but you have
This guy?
yeah, you have decent enough sight to shoot either him or the one in the wine room.
Okay.
The guy there has about half cover,
Oh.
so he'll have the bigger one. It looks like he has half cover, so he'll have +2 AC if you shoot at him.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll shoot at this guy up here. Whichever. Wait, which one did I have better aim at? This
The
guy?
one on the top side.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll shoot at him with my crossbow.
Okay.
Come on, we've been practicing. Get it good.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
And you would have advantage for the attack because you are in a surprise right now. You see the firebolt hit the door as you're kind of rushing in behind Aveline. You take post. You kind of look straight down at him, pull the trigger, and as he's kind of pins him to the wall. It's a dead guy. All right, murder.
Murder.
Let's see. That is that. Oh, sorry, Alenia, who will come in behind Aveline, cast Sacred Flame on the one in the wine room. Come on, computer. Don't fail me now. And, yeah, surprisingly does not kill it. It looks like it's literally on death's door.
Great.
It looks like it's been chatted. I think Chad's in the chat in Twitch.
Oh.
Hi, Chad.
But yeah, that is it for the first round of it. We'll go ahead and roll initiative this go. And he waves back. All right. Initiative. Okay. All right. Did everybody roll?
Oh, no. Oh. Wait.
It's okay.
Oh, no, I forgot to...
It's okay. I'll get it.
Okay. For once, my initiative sucked.
All right. So Aveline, you're first. And you do have line of sight on the one that didn't get killed by Alenia. But you also have line of sight on the one to the south. And if you pop forward, the one to the north. All right. Yeah, his friend's pinioned to the wall with a bolt through his mouth. This goblin here, looks like there's just all sorts of awful coming out of his short breeches, and is kind of staring at you with horror. Yep, that hits. Roll damage. You make it swift, and detonate a firebolt in his face. Your laughter brings me joy. The goblins will now act. The one that's wounded kind of rushes around the wine tub and drops to the floor behind it. This goblin will pop out and rush Aveline. He yells something behind him, and you can hear more feet kind of pattering up behind him, but they don't seem to come out of the door. Instead, you can see two goblin faces kind of peeking around the door frame looking out. And the goblin, all by himself, will attempt to attack Aveline with his curved, wicked-looking blade, and hits for 6 points of damage. The goblin, who is currently toe-to-toe with Hero, draws his blade and swings it in. He also hits with a 21 for 7 points of slashing damage. The tides are turning. He will then use Nimble Escape, which is a goblin racial feature, and he will take a move action. Seeing the situation as he bolts out of the room, he will rush out and look like he is trying to rush out the front door. He does not provoke opportunity attacks for that because he is allowed to disengage as a bonus action. Alright, that's it for goblins. Nodder, the one in the room with you, is hiding behind the tub.
Oh. Alright. Finish the jab.
As you come around the tub. Oh, no!
It doesn't make me feel good to kill the weak.
It's...
But
Don't even roll damage. You have 1 hit point left.
I'm just gonna keep killing them so I can hear John making these noises.
You just kind of... The shadow kind of comes around the corner. The luminescent fungus being blocked from shining any light on this goblin's life any longer. And as you stand over, just a silhouette of a death-dealing bear.
just the whites of my eyes.
A
and
godless...
teeth is all you can see.
A godless killing machine. You just drop the axe.
Your wine was terrible.
Do you still have movement if you want to continue moving?
Oh, so what did I do? That was 1, 2, 3, 4. So I only have 2 back.
1, 2, 3. You could have gotten there in 3. You could have diagonal moved around the tub. So
Oh, I can do diagonal?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not Hero Quest. All right. Hero, you are up. This goblin has bolted away from you, but he's right outside.
Yep, and I am going to kind of run just right back out here. Plenty of movement for that. And
Whirling Blades.
Whirling Blades. That is the
Answer.
perfect name for that attack. But I think it should be called the Vicious Longsword.
Longsword +1.
Then an additional attack with a longsword +1.
Hero's nothing but
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, honestly, poetry.
18
Hits.
for 8 damage.
He's down on the first attack.
You said he's done?
Yeah. You drop in and are getting ready to bring her in the next one and see he's done. You've moved 5, 10, 15. You
Hit
still
him
have-
again.
Well, you still have 15 feet of movement. If you want to spin around and go fight the one that's on Aveline, you have the movement to do it.
Yeah. And... Yep, I'm gonna kind of do one of those and use my bonus attack with my longsword +1 for 10. Not so great.
Doesn't it?
Gotcha.
Sen, Hero rushes past you and swings at goblins, missing. Crossbow. Let's see it. You kind of pull it back and get ready to shoot. The loading nature of the enchantment that's been placed by Aveline on your weapon, kind of, you see the crossbow bolt forming inside of the chamber, and you pull the trigger too soon, and it kind of shoots out just little bits of wood because it hadn't manifested the bolt fully. So just bits of wood kind of fly out the front of the crossbow.
Oh no.
And you're like,
learn a new move.
it doesn't. It's literally like if somebody threw like rice at somebody. It's not. It's not much.
Get splinters.
Now the goblin has to.
Bolt.
Now the goblin has to deal with that. Possible risk of infection. Ah!
The worst.
I mean, I guess it could be.
The long-term attack.
I mean, the pain though. Like, being shot in the mouth and mounted to a wall it's sudden. It's over. Whereas a splinter, on the other hand, it's like, you know,
No, it's a
It
use it
just
as a
gets
form of
buried in
torture.
there.
oh, it's the worst.
You just keep popping it in their face, and then they keep making that blinking face, like.
Alenia kind of moves around Hero, shield coming up inside, and then her mace coming down onto his head, and he drops like a rock. A nice plunk. All right, Aveline. You can see the two goblins at the door to the south, and they kind of kind of try to move behind the wall. Oh God!
Okay, I'm gonna actually menacingly go up to that one in the south, and I want to grab him with my electric grab.
My brain just snapped back to my childhood. Like Raiden.
I was thinking like Terminator.
Oh no, Raiden's the best. Let's see if it's a fatality. Oh, it hits for sure. Roll damage.
Oh shit.
It's not enough. It's not enough. Which one did you do? The one on the left or the one on the right?
The one to the right of me.
Okay.
You just got a little. Ooh.
A solid
Little
chatting. That is that. It'll go to them. They kind of look at you with like, pure terror. The one that you just shocked with lightning is going to nimble escape and use the disengage action. However, I am going to attempt to get past you. Go ahead and make me... You don't have a weapon out, right?
No, not currently.
Okay, then it wouldn't matter even if it did fail. It basically, as you kind of grab it and lightning shock it, it drops back, and then it kind of dips low and moves around you, and starts bolting out the door. He makes it to here. The other one, seeing that and realizing there's no chance for him to get out, you see him kind of reach down and pull out a knife. And he's going to stab at the... Man, my luck is great. Stabs at you, the door being a little open, and you kind of moving in the way that you did with the goblin cause it to push a bit. And he doesn't see the door kind of slowly coming towards him, so he's stabbing at your back, and the door catches the blade, and you hear a... as he breaks his knife against it. Nodder.
Me. I walk out. I can see into two of these rooms. They're okay.
Just a bunch of goblin gore on the ground.
Or farthest I can go is like here.
Yeah, if you get behind her, you can swing inwards. It'll be around a corner.
Oh.
To the south.
I didn't even see that guy.
It's cool. If you moved there, I'm just trying to get it done because, I mean...
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
You've elected slaughter. Go ahead and make an attack against it. It has cover, but it doesn't matter.
This time I'll use you as a wall.
And again, you cannot not kill it. So, Aveline, as it stands there and kind of looks at you in terror, a looming shadow of bear appears behind the two of you. Catches it with the axe and drags it out. Dead goblin.
Oh boy.
Hero. The one escaping is the last one.
Yeah. And which I'm pretty sure I can just hop on over.
Yep. Give him the old double tap.
Absolutely. And
Jump over the tables.
probably don't need to double up, but let's...
Those tables are actually just small little like wood stacks that are basically high enough for goblins to sit on, so you can kind of walk over them. Yeah.
And we got 20. And damage doesn't even matter.
10 more than he needed. He had one
Yeah.
left. You kind of hit them with the double and just kind of split them apart. And yeah, that's the end of combat there. So based on the carnage, it looks like you've completely butchered all the ones remaining. At least in this portion of their warren. And you will note that in the first chamber that Nodder noted, there does appear to be a wine bucket, wine tub. In the northern chamber where the three were talking, it looked like it was kind of a restroom, also a place where goblins might sleep. In the northern room adjacent to that one, it looks like there were a couple of those wooden stacks, more for sitting, and it also looks like for working. It looks like what they were doing was bundling twigs together and small stacks near. Looks like they had about 20 or so of these small bundles. And then in the southern room, there is a rat that looks like it was being worked on, cut open and kind of autopsied effectively. Very strange. Looks like a couple of the innards of the rat have been left on a stone kind of podium in the southern corner. Very gnarly looking stuff. Very fetid looking as well. Looks like.
Wonder if the guy outside knew they were doing this in here.
Yeah, maybe. It looks like it looks like whatever has been put here is very diseased, and just kind of like it's got like a sickening kind of yellowish color to it. If you move to kind of touch it, it's cold, but it still kind of oozes out a bit of kind of dried pus.
Well, thank God.
I'll pass. No thanks. The last two rooms, the room to the north appears to be filled with weaponry. It looks like a little arsenal has been built up. Spears, goblin size. Scimitars, goblin size. Some long swords. 3 of them. They look pretty mundane. But they definitely look like they might have been used by like militia or town guardsmen. And then to the south of that, there's a empty room, but that empty room has a break in it that leads south. Also, in the room with the armory, there's a door that leads to the east. And I'm going to change the music while you decide what you're doing next.
What the goblins have on them.
Junk,
Kidding.
honestly. If you take the 5 or so minutes to kind of go through and find out like if they had any coin on them, roll me a D6 and a D10.
D6. D10?
What did you get on the D6?
2?
2 silver pieces,
And then a 9?
9 copper pieces.
Oh.
Totally worth it.
Add it to the bag. I don't know who manages the bag though.
I think it's individual at this point because you split every time you've gotten it, didn't you? All right. Anything else you'd like to do in these rooms? That's not the one I wanted.
Door.
You gonna go check out the door?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay. The door in question appears to be locked. It appears to be locked from the other side. So far as to say, you have not found a key for it.
Last time I tried to break through a door, it didn't work.
Accurate.
I mean, locked door. There's an armory over here. Kind of at a dead end.
And then to the south, there was a room that had a break in it. Looks like a tunnel has been dug out of the wall on the southern side of that room.
check the tunnel. Whoa, this goes on for a long time.
Yeah, it goes on for a long time.
All right.
Your assumption is it leads back around to the fire snake location, if you had to venture a guess.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
if Sen's anywhere near you, they would realize that this does appear to have been dug out by a fire snake. You can tell by the scoring of how the stone kind of sits. It doesn't look like it's been chiseled. It looks like it's been kind of melted flat.
I'll let everybody know about the weird tunnel I found down there too. Kind of curious about the door though.
Okay. Door is locked.
Yeah. I need and oh, probably.
I'll follow you to the door
Okay.
to unlock it.
Yeah, if you'd like to make a Thieves' Tools dexterity check on the door.
Wait, do I click on Thieves' Tools or do I click on Dexterity?
You'll click on Thieves' Tools, and then it'll bring up an option, and you'll select Dexterity.
Gotcha. Maybe?
Did it work?
There we go.
What'd you get?
Well,
You break a pick inside of it. Make sure to take note of that. However, you were tracking it before, but yeah, it does look
yes,
like
I have them.
okay. It does look like it's a pretty more difficult lock than your initial assessment. If you want to try it again, you can, just so long as you have picks.
Mm. Where did my picks go?
Should be in the notes for that. If you click on the little gray circle that pops up next to it when you hover over it, it should drop out the fillables.
The gear?
Yeah, hold on a second, let me check.
Oh, okay. Found it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. I know I started with 11, and I think I was down to 8.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
So then I'm down to 7 now.
Correct.
Why won't it let me enter something? Okay, I'm at 7. I'll try again.
Okay. Same roll?
Come on.
Alright.
A little better.
With like a huff, you kind of look down at your picks, choose two better ones, and kind of move into manipulate the lock, and very quickly this time manage to open the door, which I now realize you can already see through, which is great. But yeah, that said, you do see that there is another door opposite that that looks like it is not open. It just hasn't been drawn out, apparently. Let me make sure that the important doors are... Okay, great. I just forgot those two for some reason. But the door on the opposite side appears to be locked, but it appears to be locked from the inside. So what I mean to say is you're on the side that unlocks. And so when you go inside the side of this small 10 by 10 room, the two doors have the locks on the inside. So if you were inside of this room, you could lock the two doors and be in kind of like a safe room.
Oh, interesting.
I thought you were saying the other door was also locked. I'm like,
Yeah, I was like,
No, sorry. Yes, it is locked, but
from the other side. I was like, no.
no. From the inside of this room. Sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, you should be able to just and pop on through if you'd like.
Yeah.
Okay. In the next chamber, you can see that there is a 20-foot hallway. And just pause there for a second. Don't go moving around too much, because what happens next is important. It
no.
looks like there's a bit of soil on the ground. To the far south there, you can see what looks like kind of like a workbench for farmers' tools and implements, and a wheelbarrow. There's a door to the northern side, a door to the southern side, and there appears to be a door in the small alcove on the eastern side of this long cross-shaped hallway. And the air in this room is kind of more muggy. It seems like there's a bit of a humidity present. And the soil looks like it is wet. It's damp. Like when they fresh put mulch down, it kind of has that darker coloration to it. But yeah, immediately upon entering into this place, opening the door, from the shadows of the purplish kind of light from around the corner, seemingly out of nowhere, a hooded figure, the size of the bugbear that you saw before, comes dashing out with a massive blade and slashes into Sen.
Shit.
What?
No.
And
That sounds cool, though.
Yeah, it does.
I checked your perception, by the way, to see if you'd be able to catch him, but bugbears are very stealthy.
Yeah. Would I be able to?
Get slashed? Yeah, for sure.
I guess it's just slashing time.
Please feel free to be slashed.
Had you had a passive perception of like 18 or better,
Oh.
you would have noted that there was someone hiding around the corner.
Okay.
But since you don't have that level of perception, you
Should have checked.
don't have it. No, it's okay. I wasn't going to afford an option to do it.
Oh, okay.
Unless
He's too sneaky.
I was too excited to get in here.
Sorry,
Okay.
I'm making my
How-
attack now. Okay.
How bad's the damage?
So 22 hits. And bugbears get surprise attack.
Oh, great.
What is it, bang?
Time to pull out the mead.
So again, 100% apologies, but you're
dead.
22 points of slashing damage as the glaive comes rushing through, catches you on the shoulder, and kind of drops you to the ground. The bugbear, as it hits with the glaive, kind of snaps it back around, and then kind of spins it in like a clock-like shape over his shoulder. Just kind of, he looks very proficient with that awesome
Can we
glaive.
make friends with this one? Because he seems cool.
You
We're both
can't
bears.
because you're unconscious. But if Notter wants to try that avenue, although it does look like he's about ready to...
He's ready to kill.
He's ready to kill. And also, a quick note, if you have ever played Chrono Cross, then try and imagine links in the ideas of how he's moving the scythe about.
Not played
Nobody?
cross.
Nobody?
Only trigger.
That's fine.
Just you. Just you.
It's all for me, right here.
Yeah. That's your treat.
I wish it was Notter, but you were closer.
I'm so sorry.
But yeah, so
We can trade.
as you're
Take me back.
as you're investigating the room, Hero, Aveline, and also Alenia, you hear. I'm assuming Sen would let out a cry of distress.
Probably.
Um,
Or at least shock.
and you definitely hear sick, like, you know, the just cool anime style, like, moving of the blade. It's got that thing, because it's, yep, because I'm a nerd. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and put the initiative tracker back up. This will be important because you have a dying ally. And I think this is the first time we've had someone dying before.
It in fact is.
So-
I knew it was my night. I knew it.
Well, you're dying, not dead. Difference.
I know, but I knew it was my my night to die. Ing.
Whoa, hold on.
I said death.
You did say.
I did say death in the Discord.
You called it. Alenia will go on a...
Do I roll initiative?
You do.
No. Oh, okay, I do. The dying still rolls.
Vixen, change into a higher health creature.
I wish.
You rolled a 7. Let's get you on that instead. Because you don't want to go fast when you're dying. It looks like the only person I'm missing is Stephanie?
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Okay.
I thought I clicked it. Ugh.
It's really low. All right, so Hero, you're first. It definitely sounds like it came from the northern side where you saw the bear and the rogue kind of dart off in that direction after opening a door and whatnot.
Okay, so going to move what I can. I
Okay.
don't think I can get quite there, but
You can take the dash action, which basically, instead of your action, you take the dash action and double your speed for the turn. If you want to move fast. If you want to, if you've got to go fast.
Gotta go fast.
gotta go fast.
You're too slow!
Go.
I'm just checking some of my abilities because I have things that give me additional actions.
Can you feel the sun? Sorry. Sonic is in my head now, and I don't like it.
Oh, I know all the Sonic songs, man.
I believe
Like
it.
Sonic Heroes and all that.
Oh,
Like hell yeah,
okay.
hell yeah.
Sonic Heroes is the best opening.
Yeah, that song is amazing. And Sonic X the series. Hell yeah.
Sonic's pretty cool.
No. Not that one.
I don't know if you can play Bipedal Hedgehog in D&D, but
Okay.
someone should make
I'm
that.
going to action surge.
Okay.
So I'll get an additional action as well as any normal bonus action. So I'll be able to
5, 10, 15,
do my dash
35,
plus
40,
attack.
45. You can get next to Sen's location. If you... I'm pinging a spot on the map. If you want to move north and then move east, and you should be able to see Sen. I'll put the X on them. You should be able to get right next to them.
I should be able to come all the way around to
Yeah.
his side, right?
One more over, actually. You can actually get to right and down, right below. There you go.
Yeah, like that. Okay.
Or you could diagonally dip down one if you want instead of going there. Your call.
No, I'll go ahead and stay where I am as right now.
Just step over me. It's fine.
No.
Oh. Sorry. Let me check something real quick.
Okay.
Or kick me out of the way.
I just want to double check something real quick.
I was just gonna like use your body as
As
like
a weapon.
more traction for my swing, so I'm gonna stay standing on you actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But I assure you, it gives me a better chance of winning. So
Sorry. I wanted to double check something regarding changelings specifically. I just it's if a changeling dies, not if they're dying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Revert
reverting
back to your normal
Yeah.
form, yeah.
hopefully we don't see that. but-
Well, I mean, I think
I
they kind of display as pretty close to, I mean, based on the drawing, like they're not too far removed from what
Yeah.
a changeling kind of looks like anyways.
I mostly just change the coloring.
The hair color.
The hair color, the skin color.
Yeah.
Skin color is like slightly
Yeah.
darker.
Changelings are like the progeny of doppelgangers, which when they revert to their true forms, that's an immediate, what is that? Because they do not have faces, they have like alien eyes, and like gray
But
skin,
wait,
extended
for-
limbs.
But wait, for future games, is there a doppelganger in D&D?
There is, but you can't, it's not technically a playable race.
Ugh.
Changeling is like the...
I would play the most chaotic doppelganger ever.
Well, also another note too is like when it comes to like physical features and how you look and aesthetics, if you want to look closer to a doppelganger in your true form, I'm not going to say no. So if you want to look all alien and weird in true form, more power to you. Because I mean, I don't care if it's not exactly how it says it's supposed to be in the book. Like if it's slightly off and different, like if you're a tiefling that's like, you know, pink, or if you're like a half orc who is who doesn't have tusks or whatever they say they have to have. Like, features are there to be changed. There's exceptions to every rule.
True.
A warforge that is dainty.
A warforged that is literally a mannequin. Like,
True. There's that.
yeah, they're usually like iron golem men. Sorry, apologies. We are just treading on Mike's turn here.
I actually am deleting my entire Roll20 account and quitting this entire campaign because I'm so I am terribly upset at you taking over my turn. No, okay, so
So upset he can't even remember the word for angry.
I
I
had
did
I had him. I lost him with puns. I had him again. I lost him with talking too much.
Mike, you need a Snickers.
I need a vicious longsword in a bugbear, right? Is what I need. So
A what bear?
what did I say?
No.
A bugbear, not a bear, or a bar bear.
Bear bar?
Abar, the elephant.
That's just so much.
Barbell bear? The bear barbell?
Bearbellian.
That's how you work out as a bear. So I used an action to dash. I used action surge to do an additional action, which will be Vicious Longsword, and then I'll get a bonus action to attack him again.
Very good.
So I'll do all those things.
Because you're a fighter. 13 will.
13. Will that hit him?
I'm checking the
Seems low.
the gardener has less armor than the cool guy. This one will
Ooh.
miss by 1.
Dang it.
Yeah, he doesn't have a shield like the other guy did.
Gotcha. Well, I still have the first one swiping around the corner like a horizontal pattern.
Yeah,
Gets that dodge.
the glaive that he's using, it's more of a war glaive than like a scythe. But it looks like it's been kind of fashioned and curved out to kind of function as a farming implement.
Gotcha. So with that first miss, I know exactly what to do. You know, flurry of blades. I'm still coming down with the second one with a longsword +1 at 17.
So he kind of brings the glaive in and catches the first one, causing it to skid to the side. And you bring in the second one, hit him in the shoulder. Go with that damage.
13.
Real good. Yeah, he kind of staggers back a little bit from that, and kind of spins the glaive, trying to look cool, trying to save some face, but you feel like you got him pretty good. All right. It'll go to him. Retribution! He will swing back. 18 to hit the hero. Ooh. Yeah, so that's going to be 19 points of slashing damage with his attack. And he will, upon hitting you, he kind of hits you back and then spins the glaive and points it down at Sen's body. And in common says, "Retreat, or this one dies." Alenia straight beaten the feet. Cause mobile. She will cast. Oh shit! She doesn't have healing word. Well, she has cure wounds. She has to get up to you, so she'll dash, actually, and get adjacent to you, but still inside the doorway. That's her turn. Not her.
Oh boy.
Now, real quick note. Sen is currently unconscious and dying. At any time, you can enter the space of a dying creature's, their position, and kind of stand over them. If they get back up somehow and they try to stand up, they'll have to move aside, out from underneath you. But if you want to stand over Sen to defend them, you could do that.
Oh yeah. I also drop my shield and go into reckless attack.
So, real quick, to drop the shield is an action. Because
Oh
again,
no!
again, it's not a handhold shield out. It's strap, shield up.
No!
Yeah.
I'm still going into reckless attack, but I'll just.
You can, yeah, you can still rage with a shield. Okay. So, sorry, reckless attack. Is that only during rages? No,
Is
that's.
it?
I'm double checking. I forget sometimes. I just want to be sure.
Yeah.
Barbarian, reckless attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to be raging when you do it. So yeah, go for it.
Over.
You have advantage. Fully attack. Didn't need the help. Go ahead and give me the damage. Alright. He kind of puts the glaive up. You kind of push the shield against the glaive and back him off a bit. And as he's kind of, readying himself, you just smack him in the face with the battle axe. Yeah, it kind of gets caught right here. Backs away. Its blood's like dripping from the side of his face. He's barely standing, but he is standing.
Son of a gun.
Uh,
Can I bite him?
yeah, bonus action.
I'm gonna bite him.
You're using another one. You have to use another one of the bear hugs for it, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it. That'll hit.
Oh, it does.
Yeah. Damage. All right. So you kind of shield up, kind of push the glaive back, smack him in the face. He kind of like backs away, and he throws the glaive to the side. It kind of clatters against the stone. You reach in with your hands and kind of catch him like this, pull him in, and he lays limp in your arms.
It tastes terrible, but fuck that guy.
We're not done with combat technically. Sen, go ahead and make a death saving throw. Now, how you do this is in the middle of your sheet, kind of towards the bottom middle, you should see a section that says death saves, failed, succeeds. Do you see that section there? Kind of in the middle, down a little bit. Okay. If you see the word death saving throw, if you see that's clickable, if you click that, it'll roll one for you. All right.
16.
For those of you who want to understand, it's when you make a death saving throw, it's just a d20 roll. If you roll a 1, you automatically take 2 failures of death saving throws. If you roll a 2 through a 9, it's 1 failure. If you roll a 10 through a 19, it's 1 success. And if you roll a natural 20, you immediately regain 1 hit point and take your turn as normal.
Wow.
If you make it to 3 death saving throw failures before you make it to 3 successes, you die. If you make it to 3 successes, you stabilize, which means you are no longer dying, but you're still unconscious. Make sense?
Yes.
Cool. Sen, you
So
are
I get 1 success.
right, but are still unconscious and are still dying.
Yes.
Aveline, you are up.
Well,
All the action went that way.
I really wanted to check these rats out. So
You can go ahead and do that. I mean, like, you do not have to have understood that anything's going on.
Okay, I'll go ahead and check these rats out.
Go ahead and make a either medicine or nature check, your choice.
16 nature.
So the parts that they've removed and put on the table appear to be like saliva glands, and also like bits and parts of the inner mouth, with a couple of teeth. And as you're kind of looking at it, you can see that the infection is very heavy, and based on this and the reason why you think they might have done this is if they coat their weapons with it and use the glands like as effectively like a poison, they can deliver filth fever, which is a kind of nasty disease that can be administered through wounds, and do that during combat.
Gotcha. Alright, I guess I'll make my way. There's nothing spooky about that. Gonna make my way back to where the
Okay.
or was.
Hero, you are up. Sen is still dying. You can attempt to stabilize them. There are 2 methods to do that. You can either do it with no raw materials and just try to kind of stabilize them out. You'll make a medicine check. If you make a DC 10, they are stabilized. They no longer have to make death saving throws. Or if you have a healer's kit, you can use one charge from it to automatically stabilize them. As first aid and basic healing with the healer's kit's kind of in the. It tells you what to do, I guess. It's got instruction kits, like regular first aid kits do, I guess.
So I don't have that, but I do have the potion of healing from before.
You can also
Is that
do
something
that.
that I'd be able to give to her?
Yep, just drop the sword, pull out the potion, and force it as an action. And yeah, roll 2d4 plus 2. And that's how many hit points Sen will get back.
You said 2d4 plus 2?
Mm-hmm. So 10. Nice
Yep.
max.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
All right. So
Nice
that
crit save there.
that clears you of bad times. But I'm pretty sure I hit you pretty solidly. And I'm pretty sure.
How much was it? 21?
Uh,
I'm
ni-
sorry, I never.
19. Sorry.
It was 19. I'm still up, but I'm a little bit. I got 5.
Yeah, you kind of like are bleeding and kind of drop down, look at your potion, take a look at it for a second, then look at Sen, and kind of give it to them
Yeah.
instead. And
I'll be okay.
Nodder, the destroyed out bugbear, doesn't look like they had much besides a robe similar to the skeleton robes, and that glaive.
Oh, I'm not. Sorry, offhand, I can't remember what a glaive is.
So it's a
Like a-
stick with a blade at the end.
Okay.
And this one happens to be kind of curved like a crescent. So you know how a scythe works?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that, but with a straight stick instead of a curved implement.
I can pay that out for someone, but
Yeah,
not too good for me.
you also note that it gives you reach. Like you can attack with reach with that weapon instead of
Oh.
attacking the adjacent. So a note there. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, it is a glaive.
Pick it up for now.
Alenia will look to you two, and with 10 extra hit points, Sen, you're still pretty messed up, right?
Just to clarify, how many was I at before?
So whenever you're dying, you're at 0.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. So then
It's-
I'm at 10.
It's the lowest you can go. And then another quick note on damage. If you take damage while at any point, that would reduce you to a point that you would be at a negative degree. Let me explain that again. Let's say you have 3 hit points, and I deal 20 points of damage to you, okay? And your maximum hit point total is 15. What is your maximum hit point total, actually?
My maximum is 21.
Okay, so let's say I hit you for 23, okay? And you're at, or 24, and you're at 3 hit points, right? And I hit you for that much damage. What happens is you'd instantaneously die because the amount of damage I dealt to you is enough to remove all of your hit points and do your maximum hit points over again. If you are reduced in one strike to a point where you'd be at negative your total hit point total, you're dead. So if you're on the ground and I dealt 21 points of damage to you in one strike, dead. But yeah, that very rarely comes up. Usually with first level characters, and you've moved past that not safe stage. So you've moved past that, which is good. But yeah, but anytime you're hit besides that, you'll drop to 0.
Right. So I'm at 10.
Okay. And then yeah, Hero looks pretty messed up. So I'm going to let's see. I'm going to give Hero a level 2 healing spell. Hold on a second. And I'm going to give Sen a level 1. And then if Aveline wants to dish out any healing, they are, or she's more than welcome to as well.
Who needs it more?
I haven't rolled mine yet, so I can't say for sure. I'm going to Cure Wounds on Hero. So 13 back. And then I'm going to Cure Wounds on Sen. 9 back. You're like 2 shy from full, right?
Yeah.
Sen's pretty good. Hero, you're like halfway to full, right?
Yeah, about.
The answer to your question is Hero.
Okay. I mean, oh shoot. Okay, there we go. Here we 7.
Is that you're doing that on me?
Yep.
Alright.
Back almost to full, so pretty good. Pretty good. Thank you.
Okay. There's a door to the north, door to the south, door to the eastern side. And real quick question. We did start a little late, but I know obviously work and such, and I should have asked this to start with. What time are you thinking about cutting off?
I'd prefer around or before 9:30.
Okay.
See, I was gonna say the normal 9 o'clock end time, probably.
Okay.
Just
That's fine too.
Yeah, it's
trying
perfectly
to get
acceptable.
back into this, but also continue to unpack and
You,
stuff.
you just moved into a place. I completely understand. Like, there's no worries.
You don't even have anything on your shelves.
Yeah, that's
I
some
know, it's all in this closet.
fair and boring looking shelves. Okay, so we'll go ahead and pick up from here then next time, and then you'll decide what door you want to go through at that point. Thanks for watching, and I will get you experience once we are off the broadcasting.
Sweet.